Insieme Michael Jordan. Mi guardo adesso, rimpiango e penso che tutto questo era un calcio.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, happy to be here with my partners, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City.
Bye, Ernie.
We've got basketball action from New Orleans, Louisiana, home of the Pelicans, here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. The Pelicans hoping for a happy ending to close out their homestand before hitting the road. They just haven't been able to buy a break lately. 5 of their last 6 games have been losses.
And I think for New Orleans, nobody was calling on them to kind of set the world on fire. But even those modest expectations have yet to be realized.
Yep, any glimmers of hope that may have been there early for them have all just disappeared at this point. It's looking more and more like a season that will not end well for this team.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Oklahoma City right now, Anthony Davis is out there with Aaron Baines. Then there's Dragic. Then it's Ingram. And it's Batum in a shooting guard. Some impressive athletes tonight, Brent, really on both sides. How much of the outcome will come down to which team executes the best?
Yeah, most of the games decided in this league do come down to that very fact, Kevin.
Execution.
Yeah, which of these teams is going to put themselves first in position and then to do their best with the position they put themselves into. That means execution.
Now here's Ingram. 9-point game his last outing. Davis with a screen on Favors. Clock at 4. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just a phenomenal crash from Anthony Davis on the boards there. He comes up with the rebound and gets an easy putback.
Iguodala setting the pick for Brandt. Favors with the screen. Iguodala kicks to Drummond. Baines with the block. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Back to Dragic. To the inside. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Oklahoma City on D. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
You would have thought that things could not have been more dramatic after regulation ended like it did, but the way they won that in overtime, wow.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Drummond. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
You know Andre Iguodala, if he gets a few steps, takes off from the launching pad.
He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Billy Donovan gave me a few minutes. It's the first matchup of the season against this team, and he knows that they have great shot blocking. But he did say we've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack. Put the bigs in high pick-and-roll situations, shoot the jumper with confidence. They feel that's the key, Kevin.
Thanks for the report, David. Guys, just how difficult is it to face a team with this kind of defense?
Kevin, it is tough. They've got some guys who can totally wreck your game plan with their activity on D.
I also wonder if this is going to give them a spark of their own on defense. You face a team with this kind of pressure, and it can get you fired up to prove that you're every bit as tough as your opponent.
Now, here's Irving. He's coming off a 16-point game against Memphis. The dish to Drummond. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Off with the layup. Ingram kicks to Dragic. Davis with a screen on Irving. Here's Dragic, and it's off the back rim. No good.
Just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Irving kicks to Iguodala. New Orleans moving it around. Here's the screen. In the corner, Bradley with it. Beyond the arc. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't beat him up on the perimeter.
Batum passes to Dragic. The feed to Davis. Dragic against Irving. And it's Dragic off the drive. And now the Pelicans on the break. Irving's got the ball. Here's Favors. Tries again. And the layup is good.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Now here's Dragic. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Boston. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. He dishes it to Baines. There's the pass to Batum. Clock at 6. Feeds to Davis. Good D by Drummond.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
So at the end of one quarter. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And what stands out? New Orleans leading by 3 on the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. They've got Ingram. Aaron Baines out there with Davis. Then there's Dragic, and it's Batum in at the 2.
Kyrie made enough room to get the shot off there. The in-between game right now, he's showing off is precise.
And Brent, when you hear Donovan on the sideline or in the huddle, it's clear how big a motivator he can be for his team. He certainly gets the most out of his players from the stars to the end of the bench.
One thing that Billy Donovan did in the early part of taking the job with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I remember it well, Kevin. I went to the UCLA campus where Billy Donovan had invited most of the roster for the Oklahoma City team, and he started to establish that trust in the off-season, being there for workouts, understanding the personalities of his team, and getting to know his guys. All of those things have reaped some incredible rewards in the early part of Billy Donovan's coaching career.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
The point guard that has floor awareness has the advantage. This time it's Kyrie Irving.
Thunder trailing by 5. Davis sets a screen. Pass to Ingram. Davis setting the pick for Ingram. Davis sets a screen. Shot clock at 6. And it's Ingram missing.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right. Doesn't get the finish.
New Orleans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That free throw, no good.
And watching Andre Drummond play, he's really just an old school type center. I mean, he eats up space in the middle and finishes plays in close. Not a skilled guy who can pull a defender away from the basket.
And with Drummond, he does play like towering centers of decades past.
Yeah, I mean, he isn't great at moving the ball around or hitting shots from range, but his size and athleticism are elite and one of the best rebounders in our game.
Just 3 to shoot. Here's Ingram. No good from outside. Irving for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
This is why you always have to be up in the space of Kyrie Irving. He can pull up in the blink of an eye. So lethal.
Batum dishes to Baines. Pass to Dragic. Outside Batum. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Irving kicks to Bradley. They set the pick. 1:14 left to play in the first half. The kick out to Irving. Jacks up a 3. Another miss by Irving.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Ingram kicks to Davis. Passes it to Baines. Over Drummond. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. The Thunder have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. The first one falls.
And really the past few seasons, the Thunder have just been a dominant team on the glass. They do a great job of limiting second chance points, and they get a lot of extra possessions with their own offensive rebound.
No good on the second free throw. You look over the roster of the Thunder, and it's easy to see why they're such a great rebounding team. 1 through 5 can come up with 10 boards on any given night.
And those rebounding totals usually translate to wins for this team. But very rarely do they lose a game when they're having their way on the glass. The goal at the end of the night is to play the bully in and around that painted area.
Here's Batum. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Batum against Bradley. 11 seconds left to play in the first half. Favors with the screen. Drummond with a screen on Batum. From deep, Iguodala controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
And not afraid to say it. If Drummond isn't the best rebounder in the NBA, he's got to be.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime
The first half
Show.
of the books. This is Ernie Johnson. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. Well, for the Pelicans, Kenny, your thoughts? How the Pelicans are playing?
They were simply the better team on the offensive end. Every time the
That's it for now as the second half.
A view from the sky above of this lovely city as we make our return to New Orleans, Louisiana. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. You gotta like what Nicholas Batum has done in the... Here's Irving. Iguodala out there with Favors. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Bradley. And it's Irving in at the point. That's the Pelicans 5. Count it. Good. Favors got the first bucket of the third here for New Orleans. You were known for a lot of stuff. Great passing was one of them. Also known as an exceptional shooter. Of all the guys you played with, who is the best at setting you up for a score?
Wow, I think my years playing alongside Gary Payton in Seattle, he drew so much attention, Kevin, with his ability in transition, of course, that patented spin move of his, and then his great ability as a 6'4" guard to post up, especially on that left block through a lot of double teams, and that opens up shooters on the weak side. That's where I happen to be.
All the great point guards see the floor so well. They know where everybody is, don't they, Brett?
And the best ones, Kevin, you're right. The best ones are the ones willing to pitch the ball ahead. That's when you really have something special. The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the three-point line or you risk getting burned.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Batum passes to Davis. It's good. This game is all even. Davis has got 8 points.
They're playing with a huge bit of confidence and some fire here. They've recorded 3 in a row here, guys.
Irving kicks to Bradley. Favors with a screen on Batum. Dishes it to Drummond. A jump hook, and the shot is good. He's got 6.
He doesn't do some of the damage that other big men do on the perimeter, but inside, Drummond's got just as much game as anybody.
Batum dishes to Dragic. He kicks it to Baines. Davis sets a screen. And it's Dragic off the drive. He gets it in there. Dragic has got it all tied up now for Oklahoma City.
Really, that's all Goran Dragic. Terrific decision by him there to let that one fly.
against Dragic. Favors with the screen. Shot off the screen. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Yeah, it was a completely one-sided season series, and that was no surprise to anyone. This first game between them should give us an idea if they're on a little more even ground this season.
Irving passes to Brantley. He feeds it to Favors. 1:07 left in the third. Favors with the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Irving from long range. A shot, no good. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
In the foul on Avery Brantley. That's foul number 2 for him. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. There's a good screen. 6 to shoot. Here's Batum. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Avery Bradley.
Batum brings length and a personal game to his spot on the wing. And his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there. Kind of a glue guy.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Irving kicks to Iguodala. Shoots over Ingram. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Iguodala's got his second basket of the game. Davis setting the pick for Dragic. There's the triple. And it's Ingram missing. Batum against Bradley. Drummond with a screen on Batum. Favors with the screen. Outside Irving. Missed. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. It's the Thunder as they end the third quarter on a 12-4 run. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Keep guarding now. We're doing a much better job.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. So for Oklahoma City right now, Dragic is out there with Batum. Then it's Ingram. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Baines in at the center position. Davis on the follow.
Sensational putback slam from AD there. No one bodies him up, and because of that, he's free to dunk.
There's the screen. Drummond the screen. Outside Brantley. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And so here is Oklahoma City. They lead by 1. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta, where they'll take on the Hawks. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Dragic dishes to Davis. And stolen by Irving. Outside Brantley. Sinks the three-pointer. Bradley's got 5 points in the quarter.
And Irving really showing great strides in improving his passing, wanting to be a more effective floor general.
Here's Batum. And no good that time. Good D by Drummond. Well, for New Orleans, shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Irving against Dragic. In the corner, Iguodala with it. No good with the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And it's Dragic with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Outside Brantley. Drummond with a screen on Dragic. And it's Irving missing.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
Here's Dragic, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
But when it comes to free throws, Dragic is just money from the line.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1. And Goran Dragic drops them both.
A good guy to have on the free throw line when the score is close, and he takes care of business as usual.
Drummond the screen. Bradley kicks to Irving. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Kyrie coming alive. He does that at this stage of the game.
Dragic the pass to Baines. Batum dishes to Davis. Plays it up and banks it in.
Awesome job by AD to get the ball in a favorable spot. That's most anywhere, but comes up big with that basket.
Irving kicks to Favors. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Ingram dishes to Batum. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Favors against Davis. That gives them the lead. Davis has got 10 points in just the second half.
Even though Davis gets bodied just a little bit, he still knocks down the shot right in the defense's face.
Irving drives in, and Baines pulls it down. The Thunder have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Dragic the pass to Davis. Back to Dragic. Davis setting the pick for Dragic. Off the pick. Count it!
Well, that is NBA level right there.
No doubt. Professional move all the way. Puts the team on his back when it matters most.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're trailing by 3. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, and looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Alvin Gentry said to his team. And even though they're down, he was confident. He said, look, guys, I've got all the confidence in the world in you. We've been down this road before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, let's see if they can overcome this deficit.
Kyrie Irving assured of anything that he does out there offensively. Always in control, doesn't rush all that much, and very good at running the offense.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. It's a 1-point game. And Baines kicks to Batum. Here's Davis. The dish to Dragic. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Huge free throws, bumps the lead up to 3, and now they simply have to guard against the 3-ball.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They trail by 3. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Well, it really depends on what's available, so we'll see how the defense lines up here.
Here's Irving from 7. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City, and now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So it gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, folks. I like the fact that he took his time at the line and simply did what he does, practice his routine and seal it.
Bradley, that's for 2, but they'll get another chance. No good. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. This was David. Thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.